go into some detail for you as to what we found that pertains to big to small. I assume that most folks in here are in small businesses. That may not be the case, but I believe it is. Therefore, we will focus on and isolate that. So I want to go now to why is strategic partnerships important? Why did George Fraser fly me here to talk to you about strategic partnerships? And I'm so glad you asked the question. I have an answer for you. Number one, a little quiz. What city is that? If I were to ask you, and don't be afraid to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. I'm wrong every day. Take a guess. I hear Hong Kong. I hear Shanghai. Anybody else? Okay. How about India? Mumbai, India. Okay. Let's try it again. What city is this? I hear Shanghai. And my sister here is not afraid. She's not afraid. I like that, sister. Take a guess. Singapore. Okay. Good answers. How about that one? San Diego. Let's try it again. Let's keep going. What city is that, folks? I hear people always say Chicago. They always say Chicago. New York, Pittsburgh, Atlanta. Okay. How about this? Dubai. Huh? Let's keep going. What city is that? Miami, Brooklyn. Shenzhen, China. Good answer. Okay. How about this? Boston, Massachusetts. Okay. One more time. What city is that? Kuala Lumpur. Okay. What else? It looks Chinese, you said? Oh. Okay. Shanghai, China. All right. Shanghai, China. Amen. Okay. How about that city? There you go, brother. There you go, brother. There you go, brother. Somebody got one right. Somebody got one right. Here you go, brother. Who got it right? Come on, get it, brother.
I'm from Philly.
Oh, you from Philly? Oh, he cheated. So the point is, you couldn't tell, could you?
No.
Why? Because we are in a global economy. We truly are. See, years ago, when I was younger, they would talk about it, the global economy. But guess what? Now it's real. How many of you here have children who are teenagers? Most of you do. Do you know that they are the first generation, I'm submitting to you, the first generation that will truly be in a global economy? They're not only competing with kids from across the street, but from China and from India and Latin America and soon to be Africa. Global economy. If you are a small business, you must think globally. If you are thinking globally, you must do that through partnerships. You cannot do it by yourself. Here's the other reason. Wealth. Wealth. Who here wants to be wealthy? Excuse me. So I hope every hand should have gone up. Wealth. Every hand didn't, though. In my second book, I give a definition of wealth. I say wealth equals M times T times I divided by R. And you can see what that means. M, what's M? Material resources. Land, labor, capital, right? What's T? Technology. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. What's the I? Intelligence and knowledge. See, that's why these kind of conferences are so critical, because they bring together great minds in our community so we can share knowledge and expand our intelligence. And what's the R in the equation, folks? Come on, talk to me. Resistance. Why is that in my equation? And this is my second book. Come on, talk to me. Okay, the biggest thing that stops you, what else, folks? That's true, brother. What else? Apathy? Okay. What about competition? Sir? Absolutely. Absolutely. There will always be, my friends, resistance. Why? Because people who have wealth do not want you to have wealth. That's the American way. It's called competition. If I have the wealth in a society based upon capitalism, I do not want somebody else to have the wealth. Therefore, R has to be a part of the equation. Now, my question is this. How many of you here have all the M, all the T, all the I that you need to be successful? Raise your hands. Most of us don't. Again, a reason for partnering. There are people here in this conference who have some of the M, some of the T, some of the I that we all need to build businesses and build wealth. Second reason why partnering is so very important. Third reason, I talk about the future, the future. What I have here is what's called in business school, these are called S-curves. For all you B-school folks who are in the audience, you know what that means, S-curves. And the theory behind S-curves is that when a new thing starts, a new industry, a new technology, a new societal change, what happens is its adoption into society follows the S-curve, shown like here, the S-curve. So what it means is you have time and growth rate. For example, a new technology, it will start to grow very slowly, but at some point, it will hit what's called, shown by the blue dots here, inflection points. Inflection points. They are important because beyond the inflection point, the growth curve becomes exponential. That means it grows almost like this, okay? You ever see businesses that were maybe $10 million in sales one year, and then next year they're $100 million in sales, and next year they're $250 million, and you say, my God, what happened? What happened was they hit the curve at the right time. If you had a choice, where would you want to be on this curve? Let's say this is a technology curve, a new technology, okay? Biotechnology, for example, just came out, just hit the market. Where would you want to be on the curve? Would you want to be before the blue dot, between the blue dots, or after the second blue dot, inflection point? Just before the first one, right? Right. Why? Ride that curve. Amen, brother. Ride that curve. That's how we build wealth. Building wealth, my friends, requires that we make an effort at least to predict the future. To predict the future. Why? Because we know that he or she that can predict the future has a higher probability of creating wealth and mastering that wealth. See, the problem we have as a people is that oftentimes the opportunity has come and gone before we know about it. It's come and gone, and we say, wow, what happened? Okay? We've got to be future-thinking people to try to predict the future. 4 years ago, I went through this personally in my IT business. 4 years ago, I made a decision to invest heavily in wireless technology. I spent a lot of my money trying to do that. But I was betting. I was betting on the future. Because the market always